Alright, so today I want to share with you guys one of my, what I'm calling a forever board, which is a board that I am never going to sell. This is going to be with me to the day that I die. And this is the Smith & Rune Iron165 keyboard. From the very first moment that I laid my eyes on this keyboard on the Geek Hack interest check, I knew I had to have it. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and tried to get one, and luckily I was able to secure a spot. I think they were $475 back then. Now when you try to get them on the aftermarket, they're running for like upwards of $2,000. It's actually insane. So today I want to go over one of my forever boards, the Iron165 from Smith & Rune. So the very first thing that drew my attention to this keyboard were the very clean lines with the minimal bezels. It feels like there's nothing extra to be had on this keyboard. They give you everything you need and nothing more. I love that there's very minimal spacing where the keycaps meet the edge of the board as well. They also have this badge up top, which you guys know I'm a sucker for, and it's 65%. So you know they were hitting all cylinders when it came to what I like in a keyboard. And then when you flip the keyboard over, you're gonna have that nice brass weight with the Iron165, the Smith & Rune logo, and the Smith & Rune name at the bottom. And then you have the bottom of the case, which is anodized aluminum, and it just glistens and it sparkles so nicely. Just look at this. That's that good stuff. I never get tired of this. Sometimes I'll just flip over the keyboard to just admire it, and then it kind of goes along the back side as well. It has this seamless design, which I love, with the USB-C at the back. This was my first 7-degree board, and I was a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but after using it, I love the angle that they went with, and then they left the front end very, very low at 17 millimeters, so it doesn't feel like it's very high up. So if you had like a 7-degree with a high front edge, I think you might run into some issues, but I love the way they did this. It's a very comfortable typing experience. Now this board did come in 3 different colors. It came in the graphite, which is the one that I have. There's a plum, and there's also a navy. If I could go back, I might get the plum. I saw some pictures of that and some people did that board justice. So this board is also really, really heavy. It comes in at about 2,100 grams. I think a ducky is around 600 grams. So this thing is packing some weight. It needs to go on a diet. I don't know how, but it's a thick boy. So the build process for this keyboard was very straightforward. I ended up building it on Twitch. Follow me if you aren't already, because we all just hang out, answer questions about keyboards, and just nerd out on mice and keyboards. But anyways, back to the Iron165. It was a very straightforward build. It's a gasket mount, so you know it's gonna sound very, very good. And if you don't know what a gasket mount is, that's when you have foam that goes on either the plate or the casing, and then it kind of sandwiches in between the top and the bottom of the case. And this is where there's no screws, so the entire keyboard is going to sound consistent from top to bottom. It's going to have a nice bottom out as well, compared to like a bottom mount keyboard like a Ducky, or a top mounted keyboard like a KBD Fans 67 Mark II. It's my preferred mount because of those reasons, and another reason is I just don't like having to screw in some stuff after I'm done soldering. So it's just a win-win-win all the way around when it comes to a gasket mount. The plate that I went with was a brass plate in this one. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably get a polycarbonate. I missed out on the extras, but I didn't really try too hard because the brass plate actually sounds better than I thought it would sound. And a lot of it is due to those stress cutouts that they made into the keyboard. The gasket mount, it really softens out the brass in this keyboard. It doesn't feel like you're typing into a brick like I was on like my old Q video. So the soldering time in total took me about 30 minutes this time. I'm getting better, you know, as time goes on. I'm progressing. I'm getting better at soldering. The way I solder is better. The speed at which I solder is better. So yeah, it was a very easy board to build. The switches that I went with were the Gateron Black Inks, my favorite switches at the moment. Heavier linears are just in right now. That's the jam. Heavy linears. They're smooth. They sound really good on any kind of keyboard that you put it on. They're cost effective. I think Gateron Black Inks are like $750 for like 10. So you're spending maybe 40 or 50 bucks for your entire keyboard, which is nuts. I didn't spring swap them. I just used some Krytox 205 grade 0 lube with some film. You always got to hit them with the Durox stabs for the sound, the smoothness. They feel great. I put some dielectric grease on the wires and some Krytox in the actual housing. settings. And then I topped the keyboard off with the GMK Oblivion set. Now this is a great set because it's very minimal. It has gray tones, but then on the mods it actually has colored labels on it. So I really like the look of it. It gives the board like a minimal look, but still gives it some color. And I like the way the Oblivion kind of plays off of the graphite of the casing on the Iron165. So they're a match made in heaven, I think. And I think it just turned out really nice. Let's get a close-up of it. So you see here you have those colored mods, which are really, really nice. All right, guys, so I know why you came here. You don't care about me or this keyboard. You guys just want to hear that sound test. So let's drop that thing right about now. Damn, I heard people don't like when I say "aw yeah" after my sound test. Damn, kind of sucks. Aw yeah, this really treads that fine line of like clack and thok. It sounds amazing, guys. It's the perfect keyboard. It's perfect. Man, I love this keyboard. If you guys saw the stream, I was literally just like smiling ear to ear because I love the way this keyboard turned out. It's everything that I thought it was gonna be and then some. This is a keyboard that lived up to the hype and just didn't let me down whatsoever. Another cool feature of this keyboard is that it is VIA supported now. If you flash it with the firmware, you can actually just have a plug and play software, which is VIA, and you can do on the fly switching of your key presses or keystrokes. So that is another thing where I've just programmed, like always, I programmed the volume keys and the function key to the outside row on my 65%, and I got my arrow keys. I got everything that I would want on this keyboard programmed. This keyboard has been great for typing and gaming. The 7-degree angle is just super comfortable to type on with that low front edge. The switches are nice and smooth. The keyboard sounds like baby angels. You know, I'm getting deeper and deeper into this hobby and I'm starting to see like what's good and what's not. And what I thought was good before ain't as good as what this keyboard has offered. So I know I'm always like, okay, this is my main now, or this is my favorite, or this is the better one. Well, as I'm learning more and more, I'm like, oh crap, this is actually better. This is actually the best. And now, like at this time, like this is one of the best keyboards that I own. So I feel confident in saying like this keyboard, if 99% of people got it, they'd be happy with this keyboard, without a doubt. So a funny story is I actually moved recently and I had all of my friends help me move and I had them all try out some of my keyboards. So I had them go through, type on every single one and see which one they liked. Without a doubt, this was the #1 keyboard for every single person. They said it was smooth, they loved the clean lines. There's a lot to love about the Smith & Rune Iron165. So another story that I heard was that people weren't really giving the Iron165 a shot because the creators of the keyboard, it was their first one that they had ever done. Well, gentlemen, you guys knocked it out of the park. You guys lived up to the hype and then some. I can't wait to see what you guys have in the future. Hopefully I can get my hands on one of those Iron 180s. I think it's a TKL version of this keyboard. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. I'm waking up at 4 a.m. again. So I dare you guys to try to beat me in getting into that group buy. All right, it has been your boy BT. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of the Iron165 from Smith & Rune. If you have any more questions about the keyboard, I'm gonna drop their information to their Discord and to the interest check for the newer one that's coming out. But anyways, guys, it's been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.